Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Air Jordan Retro 5 Reimagined Metallic. Now, this sneaker release was highly anticipated. I knew it was going to have a lot of hype, but I didn't think it was going to have as much hype as it actually did once it dropped. If you guys are on social media, you guys probably saw all the videos of people going crazy while waiting in line for this shoe. And it kind of made it seem like there was a little bit more energy being brought back to sneaker releases. I feel like we haven't seen it in a while, especially when it comes to like retros, unless it's some kind of hyped collab. Breakouts and people going crazy waiting in line hasn't really happened for an OG retro in a while. And it mostly had happened around Jordan 11s come holiday season. But I'm glad that I was actually able to secure my pair. I was actually able to get these through a pre-order on JD Sports. They actually shot out an email to status members saying that for I think 1,000, 2,000 status reward points, you had the opportunity to buy a pair early. But they didn't ship out until the actual release day. You were just secured a pair on the day of release. And so I was actually able to secure them through JD Sports, and I was actually able to double up via sneakers. I kind of just at this point with sneakers sign up and hope for the best because it's so up and down in terms of when I hit versus when I don't. It's just all random. My success rate on the sneakers app has just been so random that at this point I just kind of sign up and hope for the best. But super excited to have this shoe because this is a shoe, one of the Jordan classics that I've been wanting for a while now. These, I remember these dropping back in 07, and I was in middle school, and seeing everyone with this pair, I wasn't actually able to grab them. And I think at that time I had grabbed the navy Dub Zeros, which people in my school weren't really buying because these had just dropped, and I think prior to these the Fire Reds had just dropped as well. And so those Dub Zeros have kind of been put to the side, but the Dub Zero to me was still a very cool looking shoe, and so I went ahead and bought that pair. And then these retroed again in 2016, and again at that point I just didn't have the means to buy the shoe, so I was definitely curious to see last year that these were going to be coming back out in February, and I was glad that I was able to secure my pair. And these were part of the Reimagined series. Again, there's a couple of details on the shoe here, which we'll get into a minute, which are a little bit different from the previous releases, which I know some people aren't really that happy about, but me personally, subtle things that change on a shoe don't really bother me that much. I'm not like a super purist, like a shoe has to be 100% in terms of like some details. As long as the shoe comes out good, the quality of the shoe is good, that to me matters more. The smaller details on certain things at the end of the day don't really matter to me. And to me, regardless of that, I still think this is an overall great looking shoe. But with that being said, guys, we're just gonna get into the shoe here. So starting off with your outsole here, you have your standard Air Jordan Retro 5 outsole. You have your Nike branding in the center, and then you have that icy outsole hit on the back of the shoe and then towards the front of the shoe, towards the toe. And then you can see that visible Jordan Jumpman logo in the center as well. As we move on to the midsole here, you have your standard black midsole going throughout. You have your visible air unit here towards the heel. You have those shark teeth similar to that of the Fighter Jet, which I believe this is where they take node from, in that silver metallic, which looks absolutely amazing. And then you have that black speckle going throughout. You have more of that black rubber going towards the front on the toe with the black cross stitching as well. As we move on to the upper here, you have this nice quality suede material going throughout in all black. The quality of material that they use this shoe is actually pretty good. It definitely has a nice soft touch to it. Kudos to Jordan Brand for a great execution on this sneaker. I think they did an amazing job with this retro release. You have your visible mesh unit here in the center of the shoe. One thing that they did add to this shoe that I know a lot of people don't like is that 3M piping that you kind of see throughout the entire upper here. The previous pairs don't actually have that. They're just an all black upper. And I know while people were upset about that, I honestly think it looks pretty good in my opinion. Again, a small minor detail like this won't change my opinion on whether or not I wanted to buy the shoe. As we continue on here, you have your white laces going throughout. Again, this is another detail that people were a little bit confused on, but if you guys know the history, Michael Jordan did actually wear a pair of metallic 5s with the white laces. The good news is if you don't like the white laces, these actually come with an extra pair of black laces. I personally will be switching to the black laces. While the white laces don't really bother me that much, I honestly just prefer the black laces better. And then as we continue on with the tongue here, we have more of that rubberized mesh looking material going throughout the entire tongue. And then at the top of the tongue here, you have this nice reflective 3M tongue in silver with your red Jumpman logo at the top. These also do come with a clear lace lock here with the red push tab and then your Nike branding in black. As we look at the heel here, guys, you can see that icy outsole here starting from the bottom. You can see that black foam material on the midsole. And then we get to the classic Nike Air branding here on the back of the heel. And this is in a silver 3M material. Again, this is something that other people were a little bit upset about because the originals don't actually have this 3M kind of printed on design. The Nike Air on the previous pair was actually stitched in, whereas this one's more kind of like a press print in a 3M material, which again, to me, doesn't really bother me. But I know a lot of purists are definitely upset about this. I, again, don't really care. I absolutely love how the shoe looks. As we continue on to the sock liner here, we have this nice soft black fabric material going all around the sock liner. You have the Air Jordan branding upside down behind the tongue. And then you have your insole here in red with the white Nike Air branding. And here's a look at the medial side, guys. You can see more of that nice black suede upper, your visible mesh window in the center, and then you can kind of see a little bit more of that silver metallic on the midsole here poking out as well. One thing I did forget to mention also is that these do come with a Nike Air hang tag, which I think is pretty cool. Again, not all Air Jordan Retros actually come with a hang tag these days, but I definitely do think it's a nice touch when Jordan Brand does include those. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Like I said, just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the Air Jordan Retro 5 Reimagined Metallic. Like I said, this to me is just an overall great release. One of the colorways of the Air Jordan 5s that I've wanted for a while now. And I'm super excited to see all the Air Jordan Retros that are dropping this year because there's a ton of them that I've wanted for years now. We have the cool gray 9s coming out, the grape Air Jordan 5s, which I can't wait for. Black Cat 4 is definitely on my list, Flu Game 12s. And I can't forget about the white cement 4s. The white cement 4s are definitely, to me, a must have. The previous pair that released, I believe in 2016, was terrible. I didn't buy them, but the quality of the materials back in those times was pretty bad for certain retros. So I'm excited to see Jordan Brand re-releasing those, hopefully with better materials this time, but we will see when I get those in hand, hopefully. But let me know how you guys feel about this Air Jordan Retro 5 Metallic release, guys. Was this on your list? Was it not? Let me know how you guys feel about the subtle changes that they've made on this release, the white laces, the 3M piping, the 3M Nike Air on the back. Are those things that really matter to you, or was it just a whatever and you guys bought the shoe anyway? Definitely interested in seeing that in the comments below. But like always, guys, thanks for your support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.